Hey guys, Swisher Family Farm here. Welcome to the disaster area. Alright, so if y'all don't remember, just about a week ago we had a really bad cold spell. A really bad cold spell. And that cold spell came through, and I'll tell you what, they hadn't seen the temperatures get that low here in Tennessee since 1989. We were at a minus 20. At it feels like at a minus 7 is what the temperature actually was. So the wind blowing, it felt like minus 20 out here. Now they haven't had that since 1989. So everything I did to prepare myself for winter went to the birds. And I'm gonna have Amy put some pictures up there so you guys can see. So I spent this last week trying to find everything. Everybody spazzed out. Everybody bought up everything there was. And the only way I could find some stuff is if I went to Amazon and order it. Well, 2 weeks later, Amazon showed up and I now have what I need to make the homestead work. Now, any of you that have a homestead and you have water and you have a well and you're running it, make sure that these tips that I give you, hang on a second, make sure these tips that I give you, you do. Because if you don't, if it gets cold, you're gonna lose it all. I lost all my lines in my well house. I'll put a picture up here. You guys will get to see that. I took pictures of all the stuff that was exploded, that tore apart. And you'll get to see the lines inside the well house. I think I took some pictures inside the well house. Those will be up there too. And then the outside, which is the main line, which is the feed to the tiny home. That'll also be up there that you can see. This has been a nightmare for me, I'm telling you. Last year we had everything all buttoned up. Everything was all good. We didn't have no problems with nothing. I was a happy camper. This year, no. I'm not ever going to let that happen again. So what I ended up doing is, of course, I couldn't find any. And I just used it up because what I did this year is I went through and tore it all apart, re-insulated everything real nice and clean and neat, not in a rush, took my time, and had everything done, all right? And lost it all. Had to rip it all apart, go through it all. It was just, it has been one hell of a trying, it's just been a mess for the past 3 weeks here. Losing water, gaining water, you know, there's just no call for it. And my well house, in case you're all wondering, is insulated on top of it. Well, that ain't all. I'm getting some more insulation. As soon as it comes in, I'm going to get a call, and I'm going to re-insulate that with another piece style of insulation, which is a foam board, which is a number 10. So we'll have a number 10. So we're going to get to it. So I got the pipe wrap insulation right here. I got this off of Amazon. It'll be a lot easier once we get our store set up. Then you guys can just go to our store and you can see it all. Then I'm telling you, this stuff is really, really, really good. All right, so I didn't know that duct tape made a sure tape for, and it's URL listed. It's for class 1 duck. And I use this stuff to tape the stuff together because this stuff is powerful, man. I mean, this is really good. I had recently bought some Gorilla tape, and I'll tell you what, I wasn't real pleased with it. Half of it stuck to this part, and the other half stuck to actually what it was supposed to stick to. So when you pull it off, the part that you pull off had no glue on it, and everything else on the outside had glue. And it wasn't reverse duct tape or tape that you were thinking of, which would be a double-sided sticky tape. It wasn't that. All right, so we got this. Then I got some Frost King. You can see right there, pipe wrap insulation tape. Now this stuff I use on my water lines. This stuff actually works really, really good. And what I do is I got insulating, and then I'm going to re-insulate it with this, so it'll be double insulated. I'm telling you, I'm not taking no chances this year because we might have a nor'easter coming here next week. Today we're supposed to have thunderstorms. There's been some tornadoes spotted down in Alabama, and let me tell you, it's been a little scary. Then I got some Frost King electric water pipe heater cable. Now, this stuff was going to stop my stuff from freezing up. So I don't care if it gets below freezing. This stuff is good. up to a freezing point, of course, but it will ultimately stop me from having to worry about it freezing on me. This looks like this thing's been opened. I hope not, for my sake, because if it has, then that means it may not work. You ever get that sometimes with Amazon? You buy something from Amazon, somebody returns it, and yeah, somebody returned it. You know, I know they put a rubber band around it, and it looks a little dirty. Go figure. Well, we're gonna find out. So, on this pipe that I'm about to show you, I'm going to show you where I core foamed around where the pipe goes inside the pump house itself. Now, where the pipe goes inside the house, inside the shed, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull this through so the cord's on the inside of the pump house. I'll pull this through. I'll show you how I wrap it. Now I'm going to go all the way down to the ground. I'll show you that too. And we'll get this wrapped and taped. And then we'll put the insulation over it. And then we'll plug it in. It's supposed to get in the 20s this weekend. So I'll get a good test out. I already know it's going to work. I'm not worried about it. As long as this works, I'll be good. This right here is your little thermostat. Sorry. This right here is your thermostat. So when that reads it's cold, that'll kick this thing on, and it will only come on when it's cold out, when it registers it's cold out. So if this thing blows up again, I'm gonna be calling Frost King and giving them an earful of you know what. So, all right, so I'm gonna turn the camera around. I'm gonna show you what I've done and show you what I've had to replace. Now I have to, I'm gonna have to put a ball valve on this to shut it down, because our Insta-Hot tank is outside and I have to cut the water off to it to make sure that it drains right. So I'm gonna have to put a ball valve in there. I've got the ball valve. I already went and bought it. It took me 2 days to find all the stuff I needed to do the minor repairs or major repairs to get the water functioning again. And then it took me another week and a half to get this stuff. And in case you're wondering why we haven't posted any videos, because our new add-on to our farm, our little puppy dog Faith, decided she was going to eat my cord to my laptop. Bless her heart, if you all know what that means. So at that point, guys, I'm going to get through it to show you guys. I'm also going to take you out to the pump house and show you the pump house and what I've done out there so far. And the only thing I'm going to have to do the pump house that I haven't done yet is I'm going to have to take that insulation. Oh, where'd I put that? Right here. I'm going to have to take the insulation tape and wrap around it and seal it up. So, all right. So let's get to it now. All right, guys. So that's I had to replace all this, all the way up, all the way across. I had to replace it all. It blew apart the ball valve that I had there. It blew apart this 90, and I mean just blew it apart. I'm actually gonna put the heat tape is gonna actually go into the ground, so I'm gonna clean all that up. Put the heat tape in the ground. I'm gonna wrap it all the way around, all the way up here and across, and right there is where I'm gonna put the hole. Somewhere right around here that I can pull the heat tape through. All right, we also did this. This is all done. This is all insulated, so we shouldn't have a problem with that. That's our Insta-Hot tank that's right there. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this. All right, guys. So I'm going to show you want to make sure this is cleaned real good. This is a primer. I did a couple of years plumbing and stuff, and I got some plumbing under my belt. So you want to make sure that it's primed real well and cleaned. Now this will clean any foreign objects that don't need to be there, grease, oil, you name it, it'll clean it off. Now I've already cut the pipe down here. I can take you down there and show you. It's kind of hard to do this, and it'd be easier if I had two cameras, but anyway, all right. Maybe I can get it to hold there. All right. Now, you got to make sure you dry everything off real good. So I got this top part already dry. I'm gonna set that right there. Hope it stays there and don't fall off like it's done before. And then all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gently go around this. Now, when I was doing this in Florida, we had one of the inspectors. He liked to see a little bit of that ridge of that purple, so he knew that it was primed. So he knows if you took time to prime it, you took time to glue it. Now, did you ever see those boxes that when you buy them in the store, you can buy the primer to glue together? Them boxes are junk. I take a piece of duct tape, an old plumber's trick, I wrap it around the 2 cans, and there you go. Maneuverable, easy, it won't go nowhere. It's nice and tight. Look at that. It's perfect for doing stuff like this. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give that time to dry, and I've got this that's full of water. You see all that water? I don't know if you can see the water in there, but it's full of water. So what you do is you take a screwdriver, you take a handle. I use the handle for my cutters because it's, you know, and I'll pick this up and I'll push that down in there. And what I'm trying to do right now is just displace the water, and it just keeps coming back up. So I'm gonna have to do something real quick. All right, so I'm gonna pick this up and then I'm gonna get that water down, and then I've got a towel that I'm gonna wipe it up with. Dry it off real good. All right. Then, now I gotta take a finger and run your finger around there. It's dry. I'm gonna grab this primer. Now look, you should always prime all your fittings. Always. No matter if you feel good about it or not. Doesn't matter. Should always prime your fittings, because you never know if it's primed enough or not. All right, so now we got this other side with the writing on it, and this is going to actually just eat that writing right off. All right. All right. So we got that all done. Now make sure when you're doing this that this lid is super tight on this primer, because I don't know how, but this primer seems to find a way to leak out. Try not to get on your hands. What I'll do is I'll take the corner of a towel and I'll just wipe it in there, and then I'll take the towel and I'll tighten it up real good. All right, so we got this is done. We got it primed and ready. I think I saw some water right here. Yes, I did. You have to be careful of the water. You don't want any water on it at all. The glue won't stick and the fitting will blow off and you'll have water everywhere. All right, so let's see. Yep, go get my channel locks to get these off. You ever notice these things are on there like almost like they're glued on? All right. Now I'm sorry, it's really windy out here, so I hope you can hear me. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your glue, and you're always going to do both sides. Make sure you don't go lose nothing. Right now, man, that wind is picking up. Holy cow, is it picking up? Woo! They say we're supposed to get up 50-mile-an-hour winds up on the ridge tonight, so I always make sure it's locked. I put it up in there. I'm gonna do it just like that, and that way I know. Push down, it's in there, it's locked, it's sealed. I get this bottom part put on now. Oh, here it comes. Man, it's moving in quick. There we go. All right, now I ran the heat line through, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap it around. I don't want to ever have to go through this problem again, worrying about my stuff freezing. Oh, I should have enough to get through it. Actually, and spread it out just a little bit more. Yeah, I was so happy when I got the notification that this was here. I said, wow, I can still do this. Man, is it getting bad out. Holy cow. Then we get this done and get back in there. There we go. Alright, that's done. That's done. There we go. Alright. So what I'll do is I'll run it down there on that back side of the valve. Come on. On that back side of that, and we'll go all the way down to the bottom. Now you're probably asking, you know, why am I doing it like, why is the tinfoil tape on there? Well, because this is gonna heat up the tinfoil tape, and the tinfoil tape, the heat's gonna spread down the tape, and that's what you want to happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a couple small pieces and put it on there just to hold it in place. I mean, it's not gonna go anywhere, so. Boy, is it windy right now. I'm telling you. Crazy windy. Alright. So what I'm gonna do is go up. I'm gonna fold this up and around like that. I'll drag that down here, and then I'm gonna put another piece of tape right here. So, grab another piece of tape. Now when I'm all said and done, this will all be insulated, so plugged in, insulated, not have to worry. And to get this all taped around too. Okay. So I'm gonna do is, if I can do it with the wind, I'm gonna pop that. Oh shoot! Man, it is windy as dickens out right now. Okay. Bingo. I'll go ahead and wrap it around here. Okay. I'm gonna put a piece right here, because this is where the breaks always happen here. This will be running on the back side. I'll have this all insulated. I'm gonna go ahead and tape this up. And hopefully I'll never have to do this again. But we'll see. So, you know, I try to do preventative maintenance when I do this stuff, but I'll tell you what, sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. And I thought I was doing right by doing the preventative maintenance, but apparently I wasn't expecting that cold weather to come down. And we got it right there, so I can go ahead and grab my towel here. I'm gonna angle this camera down a little bit more so you guys can see the bottom. See the bottom of that right there? So there might be a little water, so I want to get rid of that water. I'm gonna wrap this down around there like that and go ahead and tape it. There. All right. So we got this all wrapped up. This will heat up. This will keep it just warm enough to not to freeze it, which is perfect. I got it running down the back side of the ball valve, so it'll still warm this. I am going to wrap the ball valve in the tin tape, or the duct tape, that is, because this is all going to be insulated anyway. And then I'll go ahead. Man, finding this stuff was like almost impossible. Everywhere I looked, everybody was sold out. And this isn't the good stuff. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I like excuse me, the Frost King stuff, because that stuff works really well. You can tell this stuff's pretty cheap. You already see how cheap it is. But hey, I got some other stuff to go over it, so we should be okay. Probably don't have enough for this, but we'll see. See how it's already separating? It's just some cheap junk. It's supposed to be sticky side, and there ain't nothing. I mean, it's peeling off. Really? So I venture to say, if he told me he want me to give him a rating on this stuff, I'm going to say this stuff is junk. But what can you do? Yeah, I didn't want to take a shower. I want to wait to take a shower because I'm going to have insulation all over me after doing all this stuff. So, alright, so I'm going to go back to this again. And this is best 12 bucks I ever spent. You need just enough to hold it in place. Just falls off, man. Junk. Look. You see that? I'm glad this is not the only thing I'm doing here, or I'd be very, very upset right now. This is probably made friggin' China. I wouldn't even sell this stuff, but you gotta do what you gotta do. That's gonna be a nightmare. backing don't even stick. Backing falls right off. Sorry, sorry. It'll do. I'll make it work. Gonna have to make it work. I'm glad I didn't get 2 rolls of this stuff. Well, this was the most important one anyway, so. Oh, I ain't gonna give you a review, buddy. I give anybody a bad review. I give you a chance. This stuff, junk. Should they sell it? No. Will it insulate? I'll make it work. But that's my luck. I got some time before that storm gets here, but man, it's coming. Amy was telling me they just had a big tornado go through Alabama. I hope those people are alright. I'll be praying for them later. I really don't like to see anybody have a bad time. I like to see everybody, but you know, people out in California, they are going through a drought situation. Not anymore. Just hold it there. Just hold on to your knickers. All right. Just kind of give you guys a quick view of what I'm about to do now. All right. I'll make sure this thing is tight. Now this stuff will hold up in the cold weather and the rain. I gotta get this done. We got cold weather coming, and I can't be caught with not being prepared for it. Oh. All right. One more piece. Doing the inside. Okay. It's sealed and insulated really, really good compared to last time. All right, guys. So we got the heat tape on it. It's all wrapped up. Look all the way down. Got this all set up for the ball valve. That's all ready. I got it all taped up. It's all sealed up as best I can do it right now. I ran out of some tape. Of course, you always run out of something when you're in the middle of a project. And I'm not going to run back to town right now. Sorry about the speaker or the microphone with the wind, but we're getting some gusts up here about 50 mile an hour, 40, 50 mile an hour gusts. It's getting pretty good up here. That means that low front and that warm air is hitting each other. So it's gonna be a rough day today. So about that insulation, it will work for what I need it for, but I will never ever buy it again because it just throws. I got insulation all over me. It's all over my pants. It was all over the camera. I mean, it just falls out of the stuff. So, but we got all the way done. It's all the way down at the bottom. I don't know if you can see the bottom. Move the camera back, kind of give you a shot. There's the bottom, up to where the ball valve's at, and over. Now I'm going to take you guys over to the pump house and let's see the pump house and how I got that set up. Alright guys, so as you can see, I have an insulated back here. That's that line that's going out to the outside line I just showed you. Comes in, goes around the back side of the filter, wraps around there, and goes up to the extension cord. I've got these all insulated. These all go to my Insta Hot tank, and then they go up top where they're also insulated up there. Not as good. I haven't had a chance to get to that yet because I actually had to rip it all out, but kind of give you guys an idea. So when the temperature drops, that'll kick on. That'll keep that warm and keep it from stop freezing, and that's what we need to do, stop freezing. All right, let's go look at the pump house now. All right guys, sorry, like I said, it's really windy. I'm trying to block it. But we got that hooked up right there. Runs down around, goes around there, comes up, goes here. That's my banjo fitting, so if something happens I can take it apart. And we got it hooked up right there as a sensor. So that thing will kick on. My pump's sitting at about 65, 70 pounds of pressure right now, which is okay by me. Now I get to turn it on. So I gotta insulate this like I did the one over there, but I'll get to that eventually when I can get some more. I'm definitely not buying any more of that insulation stuff that I bought before. So I'm gonna get the 3M stuff. That stuff's a lot better. All right, guys. I'll take you over and show you some of the chores I did yesterday, and then I'll let you guys go. All right, guys. Well, you got to see that. I got that fixed up pretty good now. We're gonna see how it works. We're gonna know tomorrow. All I can do is pray. I did everything the way it was supposed to be done, so hopefully everything works out right. I think the only thing I'll do tomorrow until I get it insulated is I'll shut off the main. That way I don't have to worry too much. But there still will be residual water left in the line, and we'll see if it freezes. If it does, it does. If it don't, it don't. So at that point, guys, God bless you all. Don't forget, hit that subscribe, that like button, and that bell button, and tell your friends about us. We got a lot of projects, from building 2 homes to building our shop, building our chicken and our turkey runs, getting our area fenced in for our sheep, building our barn for our sheep. We have a lot going on here. So you get a lot of stuff to watch. Amy's going to start our gardening videos at the end of this month, so you get to start the gardening videos. We're going to start our planting in our new greenhouse. If you guys haven't seen that, go check us out. Go back into our recents and you can see me building the greenhouse. So at that point, guys, I'm going to let you go. God bless and have a great day. See ya.